வந்துட்டேன், மறுபடியும் வந்துட்டேன். டுடே லைவ்ல அடிச்சு நொறுக்குறோம். எதனா எதையாவது அடிச்சு நொறுக்குவோம். ஓகே கைஸ், லெட்ஸ் கோ லைவ். லைவ் உள்ள வந்துட்டோம். பாக்குறவங்க அப்படியே சேட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டே பாருங்க கைஸ். இங்கே போல் போட்டேன், அங்கே போல் போட்டேன். ஓகே, நான் அந்த போய் போச்சுட்டு வரேன். சசிகுமார், ஹை ப்ரோ, வெல்கம் டு தி ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. ஹை ப்ரோ, வெல்கம் டு தி ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. ஓ, ரெண்டு லைவ்லயுமே சை போடுறீங்களா? ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. படையப்பாவா? ஏய், பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு சின்ன டார்கெட் வைக்குமா? 320 டார்கெட் வைக்கலாம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். என்ன சொல்றீங்க? நெட்டு போச்சு. ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் லைவ் அது போடணுமா? வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, அதையும் போட்டு வந்துடுறோம்.
Hear the voice of fate
speaking
my name in humble supplication.
நல்லா தானே எடுத்துக்கிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. பழைய ஸ்ட்ரீம்ல வந்து கடவுளை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டேன். ஷார்ட்ஸ் லைவ்ல பாக்குறவங்க வந்துட்டு அப்படியே ஃபுல் லைவ்ல வாங்க. உங்களுக்கு பின் கமெண்ட்ல வந்துட்டு லிங்க் போட்டிருக்கேன், ஓகேவா?
I created another universe and founded paradise.
ஓகே,
Fish
அவ்வளோதான்.
and the princess in different
டவர் மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் எடுக்க மாட்டேங்குது, அப்படித்தானே கைஸ்? எடுத்துடும் இப்போ. ஓகே, அவ்வளோதான் எடுத்து. நமக்கு எத்தனை இது இருக்கு? 180 இருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு வந்துட்டு இமேஜினேரியம் தியேட்டர் ஐஎம்டி வந்து ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்ப்போம். அடிக்க முடியுது என்னன்னு தெரியல, இருக்கிற கேரக்டர் வச்சு ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம் ஒருத்தர். ஓகே.
A little to the left. A little to the right. Yes. Well done.
இன்னும் புக் அடிக்க வச்சுருக்காங்கப்பா. இந்த 4 தான் ஓப்பன் ஆகிருக்கு, 5வது ஓப்பனே ஆக முடியும்.
Add.
எத்தனை அடிக்கணும்னு பார்க்கலாமா? பாஸ் அடிக்கிறதுக்கு இன்னும் ஒரு அட்டாக். ஓகே, ஒரு அட்டாக் போய் பண்ணிட்டு வந்துடலாம். 1ல் கொடுப்பானா என்னன்னு தெரியல, பட் இருந்தாலும் பார்க்கலாம், ட்ரை பண்ணலாம். 2 அட்டாக்காக இருந்துச்சுன்னா இன்னொரு நாளைக்கு அடிக்கும். புரியுது. வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. நான் மாற்றிக்கினே இருக்கு. 245 it's much better.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrten.
போயிட்டு வா. தனியா போயிட்டு வாடா, கதவு பூட்டிட்டு போடா. ஏய், அங்கெல்லாம் இருக்க மாட்டாங்கடா யாரும். போயிட்டு வாடா. சரி போயிட்டு வாடா. ஐயோ கைஸ், ஒரு 2 minutes வந்துடுறேன். பாக்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாரு. வந்துட்டேன். போட்டு அடி. போடுது கைஸ். போடுது கைஸ். வந்துட்டேன். சாரி. ஏபி ரன் கட்டா வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, வந்துடுறேன். இது ஏபி ரன் தானே கட்டும். 316. ஓகே, ரெஃப்ரெஷ் ஆயிட்டா? வந்துடுச்சா கைஸ்? வந்துடுச்சு. அது வந்து டவர் வந்து ரீசெட் ஆகுற டைம்ன்றனால கட் ஆயிடுச்சு போல. ப்ளீஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க ஒரு 1500 மோடம் கிடைச்சா பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க. நம்ம வந்து இப்போ வந்து கொழும்பி நான் பாஸ் அடிக்க போகிறோமா? இந்த வெப்பன் வந்துட்டு பார்த்தோம்னா இல்லை ஐஎஸ்டி இதை தான் கொடுத்துருக்கான். ஓகேவா, இதைத்தான் கொடுத்துருக்கான், இதைத்தான் நம்ம போடணும். இந்த டொமைன் அடிச்சு இருக்கு. வாங்க டொமைன் அடிக்கலாம். வெப்பன் கொஞ்சம் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஒரே ஒரு அட்டாக் ஓகேவா, ஒரே ஒரு அட்டாக்கு 2 லெவல் வரைக்கும் போட்டுடலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். மேக்ஸிமம் 2 போட்டலாம். என்ன டீம்? ஓ ஓகே, இது போ. கமெண்ட் கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க.
By royal decree, let the show begin. I summon thee. Shadow Race.
No rest for the wicked.
Converge. Oz, reveal thyself. I summon thee. Come on, we can do it. Nice.
கைஸ், எயினும் எடுக்கணும். எயினுக்கு பதிலாக இது எடுத்துட்டு வந்துட்டேன். ஐயோ
I'll protect us. Life goes on. Sacred name, fortune preserver.
As you wish, mein Fräulein. No rest for the
I summon thee.
no rest for can't run from death.
கைஸ், எப்படி அடிச்சோம் பார்த்தீங்களா? டீம்லாம் கிட்டத்தட்ட பில்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம் கைஸ். கமெண்ட் கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. கண்டினியூ சேலஞ்சில் லீவ் டொமைன் நமக்கு கிட்டத்தட்ட எல்லாமே வந்துச்சு. அந்த வெப்பன் வந்து ஒரு 2 டைம்ஸ்க்கு போடலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஓப்பன் போயிட்டு அசண்ட். ஓகே, அப்வர்ட் 10. தென் ஜஸ்ட் ஒன்று வேணுமா? ஒன்றே ஒன்று வேணும். செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு ஓப்பன் ஆக்சஸ் வந்து போயிட்டு இது ஒன்றே ஒன்று பண்ணலாம். சரி, இன்னும் ஒன்று தான் பண்ண முடியும். இன்னும் ஒன்றே ஒன்று வேணும். அதுக்கு இன்னும் ஒரு அட்டாக் கண்டிப்பாக போகிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். கூடு கேவலமா ஒன்று கொடுக்குறான் போங்கடா. Okay guys, போயிட்டு ஒரு அட்டாக்க போட்டு வருவோம். என்னது பேஸ் அட்டாக் இஎம் இஎம்மா 6 இஎம்ல நம்மகிட்ட வேற இதே கிடையாது. இஆர் ஆமா இஎம்ல வேற இதே கிடையாது. இஎம் போட்டோம். இன்னைக்கு வெப்பனம் ஃபுல்லா தட்டிட வேண்டியதான். இன்னைக்கு இவளுக்கு வெப்பனை தட்டிடலாமா கைஸ்? ஓகே டவர் கட் ஆகுது டவர் கட் ஆகுது டவர் கட் ஆகுது. ஒரு கட்டாய் தான் வந்து ஏனென்று தெரியவில்லை என்னவென்று புரியவில்லை. இட்ஸ் பார்பராக்கு பதிலா
I know. Present.
லூனா கேரக்டர். ஓகே இவளையும் அசைன் பண்ணுங்க சொல்லுங்க. அது இவன்னா ப்ளீஸ் அப்போ இது இன்னும் ஒன்னே ஒன்று போயிட்டு வரலாம். போயிட்டு வந்துட்டு எயினோ போடலாம். பிகாஸ் ஏனோ இஸ் குட் யூனோ. வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. எயினோ போயிட்டு ட்ரைனிங் கைடு போயிட்டு வெயிட் பண்ணுறது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஓ என்ன வெப்பன் தெரியல. எதுவுமே கிராஃப்ட் பண்ணுவோம். கிராஃப்ட் பண்ணிட்டு பார்க்கலாம். கிராஃப்டிங் ரெடியாக தான் இருக்கும். மேபி இந்த ரெடியாக இருக்கு. ஸோ இதை போடலாம். இதுடா இல்லை இது வேறடா. ஓ இவர்கிட்ட தான் மறுபடியும் போய் வாங்கணுமா? கம்ப்ளீட்டட். ஓகே நைஸ். ஏனோ வெப்பன் 45 ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிட் கொடு. அரே யார் போர்த்தன் போ. இதில் என்ன இருக்கு? ஹைட்ரோபோனிக் டேமேஜ் போனஸ். இதில் அட்டாக் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். இஎம் 23 கிடைக்கு. இதில் இஆர் இருக்கு. ஸோ இதே ஓகே தான். இது ஓகே தான். ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. இவளுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எக்யூப் மாடிக்கினே இருக்கும் இவளுக்கு. சரி குட்டீஸ். ஓகே வேற என்ன? இவளுக்கு போயிட்டு வெப்பனில் போயிட்டு குச்சி இந்த பூ என்னது இஆர் வைக்கணும். இஆர் நம்மகிட்ட டுவெண்ட்டி. ஓகே 1 லெவல் அட்டன் பண்ணலாம். 40. ஆஹா இதான் போட முடியாதா? ஓப்பன் டேட்டா கிடையாது. டொமைன் நாட் எட் அவைலபிள். ஓகே பண்ண முடியாதா? ஓகே கைஸ் இயர் லெவலுக்கு ஒரு வெப்பனை போட்டாச்சு. நெக்ஸ்ட்டு இதுக்கு கேரக்டர் சீச்சிக்கு போனீங்கன்னா போடலாம், ஆனால் எதுவுமே இல்லை. இது அடுத்து இவளுக்கு போனேன்னா போட முடியும். சூப்பர். இவளுக்கு எது போடுவாங்க? காக்கா தான் போடுவாங்க. காக்காவுக்கு இல்லை. ஸோ இதை போட்டுருவோம். ஓகேவா? இவங்களுக்கு இந்த மேடமுக்கு வந்துட்டு எதுவுமே இருக்காது, எல்லாமே 0. ஓகேவா கைஸ்? நெக்ஸ்ட்டு அவளுக்கு டேலண்ட் தான் ரொம்ப கம்மியாக இருக்குது, லெவல்லாம் கம்மியாக இருக்குது. ஸோ அதை கூடிய சீக்கிரத்தில் மாற்றிடலாம். இப்போ வந்து இன்னும் ஒரு அட்டாக் வந்து யாருக்கு போகணும்? யார்கிட்ட போகணும்? இந்த டொமைனுக்கு போகணும். வேர் இஸ் தட் டொமைன்? இதானே? எயினோ வச்சு அட்டாக் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம் வாங்க. பார்பரா 60 இவ அட்டாக் பண்ணுவா, பார்பரா ஹீல் பண்ணுவா.
Phantasmagoria.
Insubordination. I summon thee. Surge. A new moon rises. By royal decree.
No rest for the wicked.
Life goes on.
ஒன்று போதும். ஒன்றுலேயே நிறைய கொடுப்பானுங்க, அதனால தான் ஒன்று போதுங்க. ஒன் டைம் கேட்டோம்னா 120 இருக்கும் மிச்சம். ஸோ அதனால ஓகே. இப்போ போயிட்டு வெப்பன்ஸ் போயிட்டு ஹர்சன் போட்டாச்சா? 60 இப்போ 70 வந்து கிடையாது. போட்டு இப்போ வந்து நோக்கி கேரக்டர் டெவலப். எங்க அது? அவன் எங்க இருக்கான்? ஐயோ மறந்துட்டேனே. இங்க இருப்பான். ப்ளீஸ் கமெண்ட் கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. ஒரு சீக்கிரத்தில் 320 சப்ஸ்கிரைப் ரீச் பண்ணலாம். அப்படியே டார்கெட் வந்து 500. ஓகே, 500 தான் ஓட்டு போட்டிருக்கீங்க. 500 தானே, 500 தான் ஓட்டு போட்டிருக்கீங்க. பேசின பிறகுதான் அடிக்கணுமோ? அதே ஒர்க் ஷாப்போ இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு போகல.
Odd reveal by I summon thee. Midnight hit surge.
No rest for the wicked.
Orders given. Orders received. By royal decree. I summon thee. Confirmed. Life goes on.
இன்னும் செத்து போச்சு போ. என்னடா தண்ணியா இந்த அடிக்க முடியல. கைஸ் ஒரு நம்பர் போச்சு பாத்தீங்களா?
Looks like playtime. Oh. Sacred name, fortune preserver. By royal decree.
No rest for the wicked.
என்ன அதுக்கு தலை இல்லாம நாட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்கு? தலை இருக்கா? கைஸ் வந்துட்டேன். டவர் ஃபுல்லாக கட் ஆயிடுச்சு கைஸ். டவர் ப்ராப்ளம் கைஸ். லைவ்ல நான் ஒரு கிளிப் எடுக்கணும் ஓகேவா? 1 மில்லியன் போச்சு. டீம் சரியா பில்ட் பண்ணல, ஆனா 1 மில்லியன் போச்சு. லூனார் எஃபெக்ட் ஸ்பெஷலுக்கு. யாராவது அதை பார்த்தீங்களா? கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. 1 மில்லியன் கைஸ், 1 மில்லியன். இல்லை என் ஐடியில் 1 மில்லியன் போடுறதெல்லாம் நினச்சி கூட பார்க்க முடியாது கைஸ். அப்படியே நார்மலாக போயிட்டு அது பேசாட்டுக்கு 1 மில்லியன் இருக்கு. கமெண்ட் கைஸ். பார்க்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. பார்க்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க guys. மறுபடியும் போகலாம், டவர் கட் ஆகிடக்கூடாதுன்னு வேண்டிக்கலாம். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இப்போ கரண்ட் கட் ஆகும். போயிட்டு முதல்ல ஹீல் பண்ணிட்டு வந்துடலாம். சுத்தமாக ஒரு வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. இங்கே மானு நிற்கும், மானுக்கிட்ட போயிட்டு நம்ம வந்து ஏதோ பண்ணலாமா. அந்த நிற்கிது பாருங்க. எப்படி கைஸ் கற்றுக்கோங்கடா, கற்றுக்கோங்க. ஓகே 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 கைஸ், ஷார்ட்ஸ் லைவ்ல பார்க்குறவங்க அப்படியே ஃபுல் லைவுக்கு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஆகிக்கோங்க. மறக்காமல் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். அப்படியே அப்படியே கூட்டிகிட்டே போகலாம். நடிக்க கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமாக தான் இருக்கு. நான் சரி ஈஸியாக அடிச்சு போட்டுடலாம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தேன். Hey. கைஸ் ரொட்டேஷன் மறந்துட்டேன். ரொட்டேஷன் மாட்டேன் கைஸ்.
Life goes on. Opening box of a decoy trace. Faster. Oz, reveal thyself. I summon
No rest for the wicked.
Guys, guys, this is you.
Shadow Raven, let night fall. I summon you. Still strong. Life goes on.
ஒரு வழியா முடிச்சாச்சு. இன்னும் டீமை நல்லா பில்டு பண்ணணும், இல்லைன்னா இவன் நம்மளை அடிச்சிடுவான். ஆனால் ஏதோ ஒரு ரொட்டேஷன் போட்டேன் ப்ளீஸ், பயங்கரமாக இருக்கு. ப்ளீஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க.
Add Ash.
Each of the viewers
Thank you
please
for
subscribe. ப்ளீஸ் நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்டு வந்து போட்டாங்க வாங்கம்மா. It's Shakti shows Tabara. Yes, we wait for shadow. ப்ரோ இன்னும் இவன் போடவே இல்லை ப்ரோ, வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. லாஸ்ட் ஆன் 31 days அது. நம்ம வந்து இப்போ வந்து என்ன பண்ணணும், ட்ரெயினை போய் அசன் பண்ணணும். ஓகே, பார்சல்லாம் கரியாக போச்சு. ஓகே கைஸ், தென் வேற எதுவும் கேரக்டர் அசைன் பண்ண இருக்கா?
I created another universe and founded paradise.
இது அசைன் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே, அசைன் பண்ணா இது ஒன்று கிடைக்கும். அசைன் பண்றதுக்கு என்ன வேணும்? இதுவா இவனெல்லாம் அப்டேட் பண்றதுனா பெரிய விஷயம் மிஸ் அப்படின்லாம் சொல்ல மாட்டேன். இவனை போட்டேன் மீன்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி நினைக்கக்கூடாது. ஓகே ஓகே, யாரும் டைவர்கா அசன் யூ கிடையவே கிடையாது, ஓடி போ. இப்போ ஒரு 80 இருக்கு, என்ன பண்ணலாம்? என்ன பண்ணலாம் கைஸ்? கொழும்பின பாஸ் போய் அடிச்சிருமா? அது அடிக்கிறது தானே இத்தனை போராட்டங்கள், அதை போய் அடிப்பாங்க. பார்க்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ், நிறைய பேர் பார்க்குறீங்க, 30 பேர் பார்க்குறீங்க. பார்க்குறவங்க எல்லாரும் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. கொழும்பினாக்கு உசுறு இல்லை. ஏதாவது மானு குட்டி ஏதாவது இங்கே இருக்கா? இங்கே இருக்கு, வந்துட்டு தான் இருக்கும். கைஸ் இந்த பேனர்ல இவ்வளோதான், சுத்தவே மாட்டேன் இதுக்கு. இந்த பேனர் வந்து முடிகிற வரைக்குமே 7 நாள் இருக்கு. 7 நாள் சேர்த்து வைப்போம், எவ்வளோ வருதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம். ஆமா, ஹோய் கத்துமா, மே கத்து 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 கத்து. ஐயோ ஓடிச்சு. பாக்குது. ஏய் என்ன உட்காருது. ஏய் என்ன இது கத்த மாட்டேங்குது. சரி கத்த மாட்டேங்குதுங்க. கமன் கைஸ், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. ஐயோ ஏதோ கொஸ்டுக்குள்ள போயிட்டேன். ம்
ஏரியா ஏரியா உள்ள பண்ணி கண்ணு வச்சுருக்கியா? நான் பிரேக் போவேன்.
மச்சான் அதுக்கு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணது எல்லாமே இருக்கலாமேடா.
புஜி பிரேக் பண்ணான்.
கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். ஒருத்தர் கூட சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ண மாட்டீங்க, லைக் பண்ண மாட்டீங்க.
அது ஒரு கண்ணு மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கோ. சரியா, நான் ஒரு வழியா உட்காந்து
ஓகே ஓகே
கண்ணு மட்டும் எடுத்து போடுறேன். நீ எல்லாரும் விளையாடாம பேசி சரியா? ஓகே
சேர்றா சேர்றா. ராஜ் செத்து போடு.
சரியா?
இது பவர் பேங்க் லெவலில் இருக்கு.
வேறு போடுச்சா?
ஆமா
மெயின் போ.
2 தாண்டா ஏறி கடவுளு. கைஸ் என்ன கைஸ் பேசிக்கிட்டே இருக்கானுங்க. கதவை கூட்டிட்டு போக மாட்டான் கைஸ். Miss Lava said the name is Colomina 2. Guys, faster over to Lama. Skip it, skip it, skip it, skip it. Guys, ஷார்ட்ஸ் லைவ்ல பார்க்குறவங்க பின் கமெண்ட்ல லைவ் ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் லைவ் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். ஸோ கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் லைவ் ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீனுக்கு வந்துடுங்க ப்ளீஸ். பார்க்குறதுக்கு நல்லாயிருக்கும். இன்னும் பேசினே இருக்கிறானுங்க. இப்போ மட்டும் நினைக்கிறேன் உட்காந்துக்கிட்டு. இன்னும் ஒன்று இருக்காது தெரியும். அவட முடிஞ்சு கைஸ். மானிங்கணும் அவங்களையும் இன்னும் இங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணவே இல்லை மாமா.
சாத்தியம் பண்ணோம். 2 ரவுண்ட் முடிஞ்சுன்னு நினைச்சேன்.
2 தானே வேண்டான்னு வேற.
நான் வந்த நேரத்துக்கு பார்த்தா கரெக்டா இன்வைட் பண்றான்ப்பா.
கைஸ் இந்த கழுதை கணக்க மாட்டேங்குது. ஏன்னு தெரியல. நம்ம போய் அடிக்கலாம். நம்ம பவரை வச்சு அடிக்கலாம். கமன் கைஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் போடுங்கடா. 32 பேர் பாக்குறீங்க. மச்சான் டவர் கட் ஆயிடுச்சுடா. டவர் கட் ஆயிடுச்சுடா. கதவு பூட்டிடுறா. கதவு பூட்டிட்டியா? ஏன்டா டவர் கட் ஆகுது? அது கிட்ட போனா மட்டும் டவர் கட் ஆகுது. தான் டவர் கட் ஆயிடுச்சா?
இல்ல அப்புறம் எப்படி அவனுக்கு தெரியும்?
கைஸ் டவர் கட் ஆயிடுச்சு கைஸ்.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Sacred land, fortune preserver.
Foiler.
By royal decree. Go. A moonlit night for all. Life goes on.
As you wish, main for life.
Go. Orders given. Orders received. By royal decree. Surge. Moonlit night for all.
No rest for the wicked.
நினைச்சேன் 2 தான் கொடுப்பாங்கன்னு நினைச்சேன். நினைச்ச மாதிரியே கொடுத்துட்டானுங்க கைஸ். என்னன்னு தெரியல கைஸ். டவர் கட் ஆகிட்டே இருக்குது. கடுப்பா இருக்குது. ஓய் 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 ஓய். நான் இப்போ ஒன்னெல்லாம் அடிக்கிற மாதிரிலாம் இல்லை. இப்போ எவனை அடிப்பேன்? ரோட்ரே. ஓ வீக்லி மிஷின்ஸ் ஓப்பன் ஆயிடுச்சா? தென் எதுக்கு வெயிட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு? ஸ்ட்ரைட்டாக போயிட வேண்டியது. பஸ் என்ன பண்ண போறோம் பஸ்? ஒன்றும் புரியல பஸ். ஏய் டவர் கிடைக்காத நேரத்துக்குலாம் அடிக்க கூடாது பாத்துக்கோ. சார்ஜ் லைஃப் 4500 கேபிள் இருக்குது. எதுக்குன்னே தெரியல, அது மாறிக்கிட்டே இருக்குது.
I don't think
Short
for
sleeve.
anyone in particular. Still, if someone stops to listen, I hope it provides a moment of peace all the same.
கேரக்டர் போயிட்டு மாவிக்காது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம். மாவிக்காக்கு இது 2 கொடுத்தா 9. ஓகேவா? சாரி, பேக்ல போயிட்டு இதுல போயிட்டு இது ஆல்ரெடி 2 இருக்கு. ஸோ நமக்கு நம்மளை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் தேவையில்லைன்னு தான் சொல்லுவேன். ஸோ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்? சிட்லாலி உங்களுக்கு அடிக்கலாம். ஓகே, சிட்லாலி குழும்பீனா கடிக்கலாம். குழும்பீனா கட்டி உலகம் இருக்கு. டாக்டர் டோட்ரே இவங்களெல்லாம் நம்மளால தனியாக போய் அடிக்க முடியாது. அதனால நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்? மாவிக்காவுக்கு கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். பண்ணாம பார்த்தீங்க அவ்வளவுதான். பாருங்க கைஸ், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. இங்க பாருங்க, எனக்கு என்னமோ ஆகுது, டவர் எடுக்க மாட்டேங்குது. Navin Kumar, hi bro, welcome to the stream bro. Long time no see. கிட்டத்தட்ட 3 days கழிச்சு பார்க்குறேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் உங்களை. டவர் எடுக்க மாட்டேங்குது ப்ரோ, வெறுப்பாகுது எனக்கு. இங்கே பாருங்க, டவர் விட்டு விட்டு பிடிக்குது பாய்ஸ். இனிமேலாவது ஒழுங்கா எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னே எடுத்துருமா? வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, வரேன். வந்துட்டேனுங்கோ.
I used to take long walks in Silver Moon Hall every day, so don't worry about me.
பொலிட்டிக்கல் லைவ்ல அங்கேயும் அதான் கட்டுதா. ஓகே, லெட்ஸ் ஸ்டார்ட்.
Oz, reveal the... Guys. Confirmed. Surge. By royal decree. I summon. Sacred name, fortune preserver.
இவ்வளோ வச்சு அடிக்கவே முடியல.
Oz, reveal thyself. One shall descend.
இல்லை அந்த காக்கா கூட வரலையா? காக்கா வரதுக்கு முன்னாடியே கொண்டாங்க.
Who rests for the wicked?
I summon thee. Oh, goodness.
தப்பாடிடும். கேவலமாக கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஃபவுண்டைன் குஸ்ட் போலாமா? உள்ளக்கு எங்கேயோ போகணும்.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already.
வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஹீல் பண்ணிக்கலாம் ஸ்பெஷல். பிகாஸ் ஸ்பெஷல் இஸ் மோர் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கைஸ். ஸ்பெஷல் இஸ் மோர் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். கமெண்ட் கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு
Could
பாருங்க.
Verena really be here? Let's try.
எவ்வளோ லேட்டாக வருது? நெட்ஒர்க் பக் ஆயிடுச்சு. நெட்ஒர்க் கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது. ஸ்லோவாகவே இழுக்குது மக்களே என் லேப்டாப்பு நெட்ஒர்க்கை. இதில் தான் நான் எங்கே போகிறது? கமெண்ட் கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. கைஸ் இது எப்படி இருக்கு? இந்த தம்ப்நெயில் எப்படி இருக்கு சொல்லுங்க.
We have
தம்ப்நெயில்ல இருக்க அந்த சின்ன பையனை வர வைப்போமா? சொல்லுங்க மக்களே, தம்ப்நெயில்ல இருக்க அந்த சின்ன பையனை வர வைக்கலாமா? அப்படின்னு சொல்லுங்க, வர வச்சிருவோம். நவீன் பாய் நீங்க சொல்லுங்க,
if you ever
சொல்லுங்க, வர வச்சிருவோம். இப்போ வந்து சொல்லுங்க, அந்த பையனை சொல்லி வர வைங்க. பரவாயில்ல, சொல்லுங்க. அந்த சின்ன பையனை இப்போ கொண்டு வரவா? இப்போ கொண்டு வரேன் பாருங்க. கேப்சர்ல வரும். எப்படி இருக்கு? நல்லா இருக்கா? எப்படி இருக்கு? நல்லா இருக்கா? ஃபில்டர் போயிட்டு எஃபெக்ட் தானே? எஃபெக்ட் தான். எஃபெக்டில் போயிட்டு நிறைய இருக்கு. இமேஜ் மாஸ்க்கு, கலர் எஸ்டிஆர், கம்போஸு, க்ரோமாக்கியில் போயிட்டு ஓகே. ஆனால் பிஜி தெரியுது, பேக்ரவுண்டு தெரியுதுல. ஓஹோ, நீ அப்படி வாரியா? ஓகே, இப்போ பாருங்க கைஸ் அதை ஹைட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். ஒரு சின்ன வேலையை பார்த்துட்டு வரேன். ராஜேந்திர பிரசாத், ஹை ப்ரோ, வெல்கம் டு திஸ் ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. வாட் யூ mean by you? ARD subscribed. Thank you bro, thank you for the subscribe.
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the
Wait பண்ணுங்க
view.
பை.
Or we could go to
Sure,
the
you
moon
are Arlie,
and gaze
you know.
down at Teyvat.
Bro, ஆர்லிக்கினோவே இனிமே தான் எடுக்க போறேன். ஓகேவா? ஆர்லிக்கினோன்னு பேனர் சும்மா வச்சிருக்கேன், தமிழில் சும்மா வச்சேன். சும்மா இல்லை, அதுக்கு தான் சேவ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் பேனரில் அதான் எடுக்க போகிறேன். ஸோ இவர் ஆர்லிக்கினோனா என்ன ப்ரோ நீங்கள்? ஓகே, ஓப்பன். ஆஹா, லேப்டாப் ஹேங் ஆகுது. டக்குன்னு வேலையை முடிக்கலாம். எங்கே இருக்கு? ஓ, இங்கே இருக்கு. ஃபோட்டோஸ். ஏய், இப்போ காணும் எங்க வச்சேன் அந்த ஃபோல்டர் காணும் கைஸ் ஃபோட்டோஸ் இருக்க ஃபோல்டர் அந்த இருக்கு இதில் போயிட்டு ஓப்பன் 4 ஃபோட்டோ ஓப்பன் ஆகிடும் இதில் போயிட்டு ரிமூவ் பேக்ரவுண்ட் தம்ப்நெயில் எப்படி கைஸ் இருக்கு சூப்பராக இருக்கா நைஸ் இதுலேயும் ரிமூவ் பேக்ரவுண்ட் நைஸ் நெக்ஸ்ட் இதுலேயும் ரிமூவ் பேக்ரவுண்ட் Photoshop is better guys with AI features சும்மா அப்படியே ரிமூவ் பேக்ரவுண்டுன்னு கொடுத்தா போதும் பக்காவாக ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தது இந்த பையனோட ஒரு முடியை கூட விடலை அப்படியே அதாவது அந்த முடியை கூட கரெக்டாக எடுத்து விட்டு பேக்ரவுண்ட் ரிமூவ் பண்ணுறதுனா பார்த்துக்கோங்களேன் அவ்வளோதான் கைஸ் இப்போ வரும் பாருங்க இது என்னது க்ளோஸ்டு ஐயோ மறந்துட்டேனே க்ளோஸ்டு மவுத்து வாயை மூடி சும்மா இருடா அந்த ஃபோட்டோ வைக்கணும் ஓகே அதுக்கப்புறம் இது என்னது ஓப்பன் மவுத்து வாயை திறந்து நல்லா இருடா அதை வைக்கணும் அதுக்கப்புறம் இது என்னது க்ளோஸ் மவுத்து பிளிங்க் ஐஸ் க்ளோஸ் மவுத்து பிளிங்க் ஐஸ் இதில் கடைசியாக இருக்கும் அவ்வளோதான் கைஸ் இப்போ பாருங்க இன்னும் வரல
I don't sing for anyone in particular. Still, if someone stops to listen, I
Please,
hope
எப்படி
it
இருக்கு?
provides a moment of peace all the same.
318 subscribe. Thank you bro, but I don't know who is subscribed, so just ஒரு கமெண்ட் கொடுங்க ஹாய்னு ஒரு கமெண்ட் கொடுங்க ஹாய் அப்படின்னு ஹாய் அப்படின்னு ஒரு கமெண்ட் போடுங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணவங்க சரி முடியும் ஓர்லே வியூஸ் மேபி திஸ் இஸ் தி வியூஸ் ஓகே பேசி இப்போ நல்லா இருக்கா இது அப்படியே இங்கே கொண்டு வந்துருமா இதுக்கா விண்டோ கேப்சர் 2 கிருட்டு
I used to take
கிருட்டு
long
கிருட்டு
walks in Silver Moon
கரெக்டாக செட்
Hall
பண்ணுவேன்னா
every
என்னன்னு
day,
தெரியல
so don't worry about me. I can keep up. ஷார்ட்ஸ்ல கரெக்டா இருக்கு கீழே எப்படி இருக்குன்னு தெரியல பார்க்கலாமா கரெக்டாக தான் இருக்கும் ஓகே கைஸ் டாக்ஸ் வந்து லாக் பண்ணிக்கலாம் ஓகே லெட்ஸ் லைவ் ஆமாம் கடைசியாக நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன் நோட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன் சாரி
இதை வந்து ஃபுல்லாக கிராஸ் பண்ணணும். அப்போது இது கிடைக்கும். நமக்கு அது தேவையில்லை, இதுதான் தேவை. 9 தேவை. ப்ளீஸ் நம்ம உங்களுக்கு வந்து என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா ஏதாவது டொமைன் அடிக்கலாம். என்ன டொமைன் அடிக்கலாம்? ரைஸ் கரெக்டாக அது வாய் திறக்குதான்னு மட்டும் பாருங்க. ஓகேவா? அந்த பொம்மை நேற்று தான் கிரியேட் பண்ணேன். நல்லா இருந்துச்சுன்னா சூப்பராக இருக்கு அப்படின்னு ஒரு கமெண்ட் போடுங்க. அதுக்காண்டியே லைக்கை போடுங்க. இவளுக்கு டேலண்ட் என்னதுன்னு தெரியல. இவருக்கு டேலண்ட் போயிருக்குமா? நம்ம மாவிக்காகவே போய் அடிப்போம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பில்ட் 1 கேரக்டர் கைஸ். அதுக்கப்புறம் நிறைய கேரக்டர் பில்ட் பண்ணலாம். கமான் கைஸ், ஃபாஸ்டா சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. இன்னும் 2 சப்ஸ்கிரைப் தான். எவ்வளோ போகலாம்? 320 சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணலாம். போடுங்க கைஸ். 20 எல்லாம் ஒண்ணுதான். ட்ரெண்டிங் தான் அடிக்கணும். ஏய் நம்ம மாவி காட்டிங்க தெரியுமா? டவர்லையா? டவர் ஓகேயாவா? கரெக்டாக அடிச்சு வரப்போ மட்டும் டைம் இருக்காது கைஸ். அதனால தான் ஈவெண்ட் ஏதோ வந்திருக்குன்னு காட்டினாங்க. ஆமாம் கைஸ். அப்புறம் இப்போ இது முடிஞ்சதுக்கப்புறம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை.
Is this our fate?
என் கேம்ஸ் ஒன்று ரொம்ப கூட இருக்குது.
Fulfill our task. Get to work. Suffer the wrath of Eastling. Animal Tech 63 away. I'm going in. Burn it down. Pyroclastic surge.
ஒன்றுமே முடியும். ஆர்டிஃபெக்ட் போய் அடிச்சுக்கலாம் போல. ஏய் இப்போதான்டா கமிஷன் முடிச்சேன். அது நேற்றுக்குரியதா? அப்போ நேற்றுக்குரிய கமிஷன்லாம் நான் விளாடவே இல்லை. இருக்கணும். என்ன அரைகுறையா வேண்டாம். அப்படிதான் இருக்கும். பாருங்க, இங்கெல்லாம் இன்னும் ஓப்பன் பண்ணவே இல்லை இருப்பாங்க. இங்கெல்லாம் இன்னும் மேப் ஓப்பன் பண்ணல, எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணல. ஏன்னா சும்மாலாம் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோரே பண்ணல. அங்கெல்லாம் ஒன்றுமே முடியல. சும்மா ஆர்கான் கோஸ்ட் மட்டும் முடிச்சுட்டு வந்துட்டேன் நான். அந்த சர்டிஃபிகேட் அங்கே கொஞ்சம் மண்டை வெளியா இருக்கு. மண்டை வெளி. ஓகே கைஸ், இன்னும் எத்தனை இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கலாம். ஆல்ரெடி 1 இருக்கு. இன்னும் 2 தான். இல்லை, இன்னும் 2 போட்டாலும் 8வது லெவல் தான் போவேன். அதுக்கடுத்து ஒரு 25 எடுக்கணுமே. இருக்கு. இந்த லெவல் இருக்கு. அங்கே சிஜில் இருக்கு. ஐயோ கைஸ் இமேஜினேரியன் தேட்டர் போகலாம் அப்படின்னா ஒரு தம்ஸ் அப் போடுங்க. யாரும் மெசேஜே பண்ண மாட்டேங்கப்பா. அதே வந்துச்சு. ரொம்ப நாள் கழிச்சு ஒரு செஸ்ட் ஓப்பன் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கு.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க ஒரு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. என்னது ஆர்கன் பிஸ்டா அப்போகலிப்ஸ் ஆர்கன் பிஸ்டா எத்தனாவது ஆக்டிவ் போயிட்டு இருக்கு? ஃபிஃப்த் ஆக்டிவ் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஓகே அப்போ முடிச்சிடலாமா இன்னைக்கு? நான் இமேஜினேரியன் டெக்னிக் ட்ரை பண்ணலான்னு இருந்தேன்.
I created another universe and founded.
கைஸ் நம்ம கொஸ்டின் முடிக்க போகலாம் ஓகேவா? இமேஜினேரியன் தியேட்டர் வந்து நாளைக்கு பண்ணலாம், இல்லாட்டி இப்போ கொஸ்டின் டக்குன்னு முடிஞ்சுச்சுன்னா நம்ம இப்போ பண்ணலாம் ஓகேவா? கமெண்ட் கைஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Maybe Promina will work at this place. என்கிட்ட ஜகோரா இருக்கு, ஆனா சீக்கிரம் வந்து கில் பண்ணுவோம். வேற என்ன நாட்காய் கேரக்டர் இருக்கு. நாட்காய் கேரக்டர் ட்ரோனே இருக்கு. ட்ரோனே ஆனால் அனிமோ கேரக்டர்ஸ் ஸோ அது தேவைப்படாது. வேற எதுவுமே நாட்காய் கேரக்டரே கிடையாது கைஸ். Nightly Fiona in the poison. இனிமே கதை தான் கைஸ், உட்காந்து பாருங்க. நான் போய் தண்ணி குடிச்சிட்டு வரேன்.
That's Farina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all.
Diddy bro,
Everyone's
why are you coming inside my world? I'm in orphan post.
sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. even do other than to repeat meaning? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, it's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbed they even dare to tout their archon. I must teach them a lesson. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette
பாக்குறவங்க
knows
புதுசா
people from the...
பாக்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப்
Of course not.
பாருங்க
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
மலையில வந்து அவன் மாமனாம் புரியுதா
Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are... They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me. That's against the
நல்லா
rules.
போட்டாச்சு
I can't let them get their way.
கைஸ் யாரெல்லாம் சேட்ல மறைஞ்சிருக்கீங்க ஒரு மெசேஜ்
Farina
போடுங்க
just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்க யார்ட்டையாவது கிக்கு பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் கிக்கு இருந்துச்சுன்னா கமெண்ட்ல போடுங்க நான் உங்களுக்கு லிங்க் அனுப்புறேன் ஸோ யூ கேன் ஜாயின் வித் மீ
This should be the place, right? Hey,
கூடிய
Farina!
சீக்கிரத்தில் டெய்லி கிக்லலாம் லைவ் போடும்
There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
கைஸ் எனக்கு இந்த கொசு ரொம்ப தூரம் இழுப்பானுங்கன்னு தோணுது ஏன்னா அன்னைக்கு இப்பதான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு வந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு எனக்கு
Paimon's...
No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm. You're right.
Yep, that's a good girl.
What's happening?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the
கைஸ்
evacuation
புதுசாக
should go a
பார்க்குறவங்க
lot
சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி
smoother this
பாருங்க
time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of
கைஸ்
Poisson...
ஷார்ட்ஸ் லைவ்ல நிறைய பேர் பார்க்குறீங்க ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் லைவுக்கு அப்படியே பின் பண்ணிட்டு கமெண்ட் தொட்டு அப்படியே ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் லைவ் சொல்லுங்க ஸோ ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீனில் சூப்பரா
It's true. I once had informants all over Teyvat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea, but all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me
பார்க்குறவங்க
for a
சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க
very
கைஸ்
long
இன்னும்
time.
2 சப்ஸ்கிரைபர்ஸில்
We cannot
320
make an
சப்ஸ்கிரைபர்ஸ்
enemy of the divine.
தொட்டலாம் பாருங்க
No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its
அப்படியே
way.
எட்டி பிடிச்சிடலாம்
And the
ஒரு பிடி
give up. Indeed. I've thought fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has, but just now.
ப்ளீஸ் நைட்டு
It
நான்
all
தேவையில்லாம கதை
became
போட்டு
clear. As long as
கையும்
the...
டீயே
Don't worry.
போடலான்ட்டுலாம்
I...
நீ இதை போட்டுட்டேன்னு எனக்கே தெரியல
Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken. Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I...
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
share my burden? That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
லாக் ஆகிட்டு டூப்ளிகேட் பண்ணுவாங்க என்ன பண்ண முடியல. அப்போ see notes, chat activity, notes, transition, sources, favorite scenes,
Witness. Yes, I've heard that you
text.
came to Teyvat from beyond the stars, yes? In other words, you never belonged here. And if Teyvat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
சப்டைட்டில் வருதுன்னு பார்ப்போமா?
I...
இப்போதான் ஆன் பண்ணேன். அது 8:30 வரும்னு தெரியல. Enable.
Guys, translation ஏதாவது தெரியுதா?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening
தெரியல.
performance.
So
Now,
we go-
without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our
பண்ணிடலாம்.
god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice. The embodiment of justice
இவங்க
itself.
God of Justice.
Does it not strike you as...
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity
Now
to
let's-
defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She...
What the heck is going on?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of this?
No, bro.
It would
Just
seem that there has been a
surrendered.
misunderstanding.
She
To be
surrendered,
clear,
guys.
the raising of both hands is...
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I
Guys,
raised my hands just now to
பண்ணுங்க.
I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice! This time, applaud and rejoice. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Fosalor, will now begin!
Woohoo! Oh, now we're making history.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so?
We were so close to getting her to the truth.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial, just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn
கார்ஸ் வயசு 16 ஆயிடுச்சு. சே டவரால நான் படுற கஷ்டம்
Ladies
இருக்கு.
and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado,
So, this is what it is. Yes,
இது வந்துட்டு தானா
you
வந்துட்டு
deserve praise for the effort you
Live
took to
killer
raise
return
the
வந்துருங்க.
dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice. The
May I interpret these words? As
மறுபடியும்
your-
முதல்ல
in that
guys.
case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
Guys, பாக்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க
What's
guys.
going on?
Wow.
இந்த டவரால
Lady Farina,
டவர் தொல்லையால
What is the meaning of this?
எல்லாம் சோதிக்கிறாங்க
It would seem
சோதிக்கிறாங்க.
that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
சோதிக்கிறது கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா சோதிக்கிறீங்களா?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of
சூப்பர்
Poisson.
guys. எல்லாம் ரிட்டர்ன்
It
வந்தீங்க.
is my
சூப்பர்.
duty to stand trial for my crimes.
நன்றிகள்
You are
நன்றிகள்
not
எல்லாரும்
the only
ரிட்டர்ன்
ones
வந்ததுக்கு
to be
நன்றிகள்.
disappointed in me. I too am exceedingly disappointed in myself.
இல்லைங்க கதையை பழைய ஓட்டி
But
விட்றேன்.
now, I, Farina,
ஆ
will use this trial to show the world the true. This time,
புரியலடா.
I will protect you. Applaud and
அவங்க
rejoice.
பேசுறதுக்காண்டி தான்டா கேம்
One
பேசுனது.
of the most outrageous and
அவ்வளவு
fantastical
பேசினாதான்
arts
கெத்தாக
known
முடியும்டா.
to the opera epic. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating
Primogems
and
வேலையை
brilliant
கட்டுறானுங்களா
shows
guys?
ever
Free
to
Fireல.
grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Fosalor, will now.
Oh, no. Why does it feel like Farina just took also
சோதிக்கிறானுங்க அண்டால இருந்து வெளியில வந்து
Alright
விழுகிற அளவுக்கு
then.
சோதிக்கிறானுங்க.
Who will be my opponent in this trial?
நாளைக்கா
The court asks the
நாளைக்கு என்ன லேபு?
prosecutor to please take the stand.
தெரியலடா.
Is that
சிடின்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
so?
டிஓசி.
Very well. Then please speak, witness of Teyvat, my accuser and fated opponent.
கைஸ் மெமோ ஊத்தி விடுறேன் பாருங்க. இப்பதான் நடந்தே போறாங்க. அப்பதெல்லாம் இதெல்லாம் தாண்டிட்டாங்க. Come on guys. Faster போலாம்.
Also, please, just how much?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the
But
tasks.
Navia
Navia,
பேசுவா.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were they changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera
Yeah.
House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger
அடுத்த சோதனை
into a
கறந்து
flame.
போச்சு.
Moreover, According to our understanding and
Guys,
analysis of
அடுத்த
you,
சோதனை கறந்து
when
போச்சு.
something like that occurred,
உங்களுக்கு
you
இப்படி
would
சோதனை
likely
மேல்
flee the
சோதனை
scene
நடக்குமா?
and
லைக்
head to
பண்ணுங்க,
Poisson
சப்ஸ்கிரைப்
by
பண்ணுங்க. இந்த
yourself.
சேனல்ல மறக்காம
So, we
ஃபாலோ
arranged for a
பண்ணிக்கிட்டே
second
இருக்கடா.
group to
சோதனை
lie in
கண்டிப்பா
wait
வெய்யடா.
there.
நாங்க
So, you mean the ones who scoured
கறந்து
the
வந்துருச்சு.
settlement for me were also from.
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may
எதுக்காண்டி
personally
இருக்கானுங்கன்னே
participate
தெரியல.
in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of
Guys, இன்னும் ரெண்டே
magnitude,
ரெண்டு
and
சப்ஸ்கிரைப்
the
தான் பாருங்க.
distance it traversed was
டக்குனு
the
சப்ஸ்கிரைப்
entire
போடுங்க.
gap
320
between
சப்ஸ்கிரைப்
Poisson
பண்ணலாம்.
and Arenias. Its cargo, of course,
பாக்குற 50 பேர்ல 2 பேர்
was an
சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பட்டனை
archon
தொட்டா போதும் guys.
instead of a human.
தொட்டாலே பட்டா
My
சாண்டா
thanks,
பெருகிட்டே
Verena.
10,000
Without
வாங்கி.
your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome.
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
Guys, நம்ம
So,
வந்துட்டு
in
இன்னும்
other
ட்ரைலர்
words,
பார்க்கல.
the earthquake
Genshin
that
ஓட
we
trailer
felt
பார்க்கல
within
நம்ம.
the giant magic box
போய் பார்க்க
was
முடியுமா?
just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also, that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you, traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once
Guys,
we'd
போய் trailer
arrived
பார்க்கலாமா?
onto the stage.
நான் இன்னும் ட்ரைலர் பார்க்கவே இல்லை. அப்போ பார்த்தேன் ஹரிஷ் ப்ரோவோட லைவ்ல பார்த்தேன். கொஞ்சம் தான் பார்த்தேன். ஒரு வேளை வந்துருச்சுன்னே இருந்துச்சு. அது
It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through.
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial.
Huh? Charlotte
Charlotte
wanted to
wanted
give
to
us
do
something?
this.
Oh, so she's here too! Hey, oh, let Paimonsi. Wait. Then that means this document is a perfect... So in other words, we can refer to this... Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duel. I didn't think this is the first time a Fatui Heart the Fourth. According to Monsieur, I nearly lost my awesome. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
That's true, but my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that? Lady Verena's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon.
Charge accepted. Lady Verena, Do you plead guilty to the charge?
Hey. Please.
Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor...
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no... See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic...
பெரிய paragraph பேசுறாளே யாரா அவளை content
I
எழுதி கொடுத்தது
tried to give you the chance to surrender. And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 5...
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you...
Who gave you that idea? Was it the...
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what...
Neverlet sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you. Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and... For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
That doesn't sound right.
நானா கொடுக்குறேன் ஓ அது கிடையாதா இது கிடையாது மேபி இந்த கேரக்டரா இருக்கும் ஏன்னா சைல்டு வந்துட்டு இதுல வரமாட்டான்
That doesn't...
அப்ப சைல்டு தான் சைல்டு கன்விக்ஷன்
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect.
எப்போ கோர்ட்டோட ரூல்ஸ் படிக்கிறதுக்கே நம்ம தனியா
You
படிக்கணும்
neither knew why child
நிறைய
was
சொல்லினே
declared
வரும்
instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority...
The real Hydro Archon. Well, now you're really losing me.
It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that
Indemnitium? Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive, thus did I give up all of—
Isn't that?
Yeah, no matter how generous and...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone! Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want, please? You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then if you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up. That doesn't...
Aditya Kale, hi bro, welcome to the stream. Yo bro. Guys, boy, yo means what is yo? Download தான் அவனுக்கு ரொம்ப தெரிஞ்சவன். அவனும் கிடையாதா? அப்ப நவியாவா தாங்குவோம். அவனும் கிடையாது. அப்ப மறுபடியும் இந்த தாத்தாவா தாரும்.
It has been established that all Fontanians can dissolve in water
Do you
from
want
the
to exchange
primordial
lunar?
sea. And that means...
Since you
Archon.
insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now
Arcanum
to
means
eliminate all
Arcanum.
suspicions of
What
you
is
being the
Arcanum?
latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of the
What
seawater?
is Arcanum, bro?
If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching the seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
Someone is subscribe and like.
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to... That's not what we thought she would...
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may...
Hey!
He actually did it.
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water!
Miss Siegewien? If you are present, Miss Siegewien, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siegewien?
Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me see. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewien.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar...
Thank you, Miss Siegewien. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved! Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did original... However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You...
Guys, come on guys, இன்னும் ஒரு லைக் கொடுங்க 5 லைக்.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
Come on guys.
Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
ஐயோ அழுகுறாடா, பாவமா இருக்குடா.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Farina to win.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone who's too stacked against
Yo,
her.
yo. சத்தியமா நிறுத்துருவா அவ.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is guilty.
Guys, சத்தியமா அந்த பொண்ணை உடைச்சிட்டாங்க. ஆனா உடைச்சலுக்கு ஆனாலும் தரணும்.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal
Okay,
to render
subscribe
the
and
final
guys.
verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Farina is...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's...
No, the Oratrice also displays...
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hyde to be punished via the death sentence.
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has...
Farina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah, even Vache wasn't...
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Farina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water. But has the trial already concluded?
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. I would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Huh? So what do you see? What is...
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving... So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how...
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
கைஸ் சாரி ஜஸ்ட் நான் ஒரு இதை பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருந்தேன் கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக நம்ம போகலாம் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக போயிடலாம் 320 சப்ஸ்கிரைபர்ஸ் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக போயிடலாம் பாருங்க
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine... Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon, the second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontanians were branded with their original sin. The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we?
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but the fortress of Marabu was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
இது வந்து பிரமினேட் இருக்குதுமா. ஆனா பிரமினேட் இதுல இல்ல. பட் இவருக்கு தெரியும்.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances
Because
of
the
young
dress
women
coding,
that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater, and the first stone slate tells us that long ago the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve.
ஓகே, ரெண்டு முடிஞ்சு. இன்னும் ரெண்டே இருந்தா. இது வந்து தண்ணிக்குள்ள போறது. ஓகே, இதுல வந்து மக்கள் சுத்தி இருக்காங்க. ஸோ மக்கள் சுற்றி இருக்கிறதுல வந்துட்டு பேருனாவையே வைக்கலாமா, நேவியாவை வைக்கலாமா? ஓ, இதுதான் சிங்கிங். அந்த நேவியா ஃபாலோயிங் இன்டு தி சீ வாட்டர்.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
நாலாவது கரெக்டாக கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டா. It shows Celestia floating in the sky and the Hydro Archon and the people worshipping it together. Connecting with consciousness. Yes,
perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervilette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia as recorded on the stone slates.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of the Hydro Archon was sentenced to death and Navia fell into the water inside. The eruption of the primordial sea at the stone slate's content can all be verified by recent events.
Verification completed.
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! So that's how you can make sense of it! But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations!
Yes, I think it's the final act in Anakira Fontaine.
Incredible! Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real human.
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial. All of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro...
Yeah! Isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro? In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within.
Short liveல வந்து
If
உங்களுக்கு
everything goes
தெரிய
well, we
சரியா
should finally
screen
be
தெரியல
informed
அப்படின்னா
of the
full screen live
unadulterated truth.
லிங்க் வந்து கமெண்ட்ல ஷார்ட்ஸ் லைவ் கமெண்ட்ல பின் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஸோ அதை கிளிக் பண்ணி நீங்க ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் லைவ் வந்துக்கலாம். சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிப்பாங்க. இன்னும் ரெண்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப்
I believe I should share this truth not
நம்ம
only
லைவ்
with
இப்பயே
you,
கூட இன்
but
பண்ணலாம்.
with all the people of Fontaine as well.
ரெண்டு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் போட்டீங்கன்னா
I will try
லைவ்
to
இப்பயே இன்
briefly
பண்ணலாம்.
summarize it for you. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of in the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating... But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer...
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice. Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled.
Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate, you probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Marabu served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes? However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already...
இந்த சிக்ஸ்த் ஆக்டம் ஃபிஃப்த் ஆக்டம் முடிக்கிறதுக்குள்ள நான் பண்ற பாட்டு இருக்கே.
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
Disaster கண்டுபிடிங்க நாம. Yes, what is the true source of catastrophe? The veil in the dream as seen.
It was both dream and reality.
நான் இதை கிளிக் பண்ணி பண்ணா அங்க கிளிக் ஆகுது. ஓகே பரவாயில்ல.
Talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Please just subscribe and watch. ஒரு ரெண்டே சப்ஸ்கிரைப் தான் பாருங்க. ஓகே. கடவுளை கோவப்பட்டாங்க. மீனம்மா கோவப்பட்டுச்சு. ஓசனாக வந்துச்சு. ட்ரை பண்றாரு. பட் அவரால் முடியல. Idiot. Okay, easy. Sandy. அவனும் அதுல இப்படிதான். என்னடா எல்லாம் ட்விஸ்டா பண்ணுறீங்க. இப்ப நம்மளும் அதுக்குள்ள போறோம். அதான் நம்ம போய் திமிங்களை சுட்டத்தான் சண்டை போடணும்.
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Teyvat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist.
Please subscribe and paranga guys.
Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontanians.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank from the way he looked. He must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Teyvat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
பேசினா வந்துட்டேன்.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
I think இன்னும் ஒரு ஆக்ட் வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். மொத்தம் 6 ஆக்ட்
Just as
வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
prophecies ultimately fate shall
பிகாஸ் சைல்டை வந்து காப்பாற்றணும்ல நம்ம. அது இதுலயே வருமா இல்லை இன்னொன்று ஆகுமான்னு தெரியல. நான் இவ்வளோ ஒரு இருக்கு. சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணுவோம்.
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina! No, I still need answers.
யாரோ வந்திருக்காங்கய்யா. யாரோ என்ட்ரி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க கைஸ். இவங்கெல்லாம் ரியலா இருக்கானா?
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment.
That's
Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor? Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not
Luna
amused.
the
In fact, one was positively bemused
Luna the
when that
Wiz.
problem
Hi,
was
how is
thrust
your
upon
stream
me by
going?
my dearest
Yeah,
predecessor.
it's nice, bro.
That's the former Hydro Archon
Stream is
Egeria for the
going. Stream is
uninitiated.
going now.
It hardly
With
gets more
50
disastrous than a
50
preordained
viewers.
national catastrophe.
It's nice,
Now,
but
does it?
no
She
one
knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to
give
pass.
comments on live chat
And
and
as
subscribe
one of the
and like.
seven, she also knew
But the
full well
50
that
viewers
one
are
defies the heavenly principles at one's
still
peril.
in the
So yes,
stream.
as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather
Sadness, but
impossible
happy.
situation that I found myself in.
Can I ask
spent
you a
a
question?
terribly
Yeah,
long
yes,
time
bro.
mulling it over,
You can ask
alone on the ocean floor.
any questions.
And I was
I will
almost
answer.
growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible
You
solution
are
to
Indian.
this
Yeah, yes, bro. I'm
confounding
Indian.
conundrum.
From
I had
Tamil
to
Nadu.
outwit
Tamil
the
Nadu.
heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to
I'm
be
Indian, bro.
fulfilled, ostensibly at least. Well, I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving
Wait,
the
bro.
nation,
Why
the
you
quotidian
asked that
duties of the
question to
Hydro
me?
Archon, and not to mention the
Because
original sin
I'm
of
in
creating a
Pakistan.
new race of humans, I dare
TMKC,
say she left
TMKC,
me quite a
Pakistani, okay?
colossal mess.
It's cool.
But one can only play the
Okay, bro.
hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the
See,
Oceanids, transformed
Luna the
into a human
Wiz.
by Egeria's hand.
I will call
Yes,
you
I
Luna, okay?
was. I always
Luna,
dreamed
Luna,
of
bro.
becoming human.
See,
And I still do,
every
even
human
now.
have blood,
In
okay?
my eyes,
The
to
every
be
human
human is to be
got
part of
nature,
the greatest opera
okay?
ever known.
All
After
are
becoming
same.
a god,
There is no
I
India,
separated my
Pakistan,
divinity from my body and
America,
spirit,
Russia. There
leaving
is no
behind only a self
war
that was as
by nature.
naive and bewildered
They are
as my
man-made
past self
for
on her
their,
first day as a human being. The me
how to say
you
that?
see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind,
How to say that?
I named Farina.
For their
She could
image
feel
and
joy,
status, they create
sorrow,
wars,
and
okay?
everything in between. She could be as
So,
vain and conceited,
we
or
are
as
humans.
meek and vulnerable
We are friends.
as she wished.
We are relatives.
Her strengths were of a
Okay?
kind only a human could possess, as were her
Be a
shortcomings.
human
But
with
in
good
my eyes,
perspective.
Farina's humanity was what
I'm
made
so sorry,
her
I'm not
perfect.
good in English, but
She was
I will
perfectly
say,
human in every way.
be a good
The
human,
person
okay?
I always wanted
Always
to
good
be.
human.
Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her
So,
throne.
Luna,
In
are you
order
there?
that the prophecy might appear
What
fulfilled,
is your real name?
I
I think
invited
you are a
Farina to be an
Muslim
actress,
in
to
Pakistan
play the
or,
part of the
or
Hydro
in Muslim,
Archon
okay?
in the
What is
prophecy.
your real name?
Under the
Luna,
curse I placed on her, so long as
can you
I,
share it?
Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500
guys, can we
years.
see
And all
the
along,
new
she's been playing
trailer
her part in the most
7.0
unimaginably
at the
long,
next moment of the
unbearably
story?
lonely, and agonizingly painful
Come on, guys.
opera of all
Come on,
time.
Luna, subscribe my channel. Are you there, Luna? Okay, guys, வாங்க பேசலாம். ஸ்டேஜ் மேல ஏறுறது கூட நீங்க படிக்கட்டு வச்சுதான் ஏறணுமாடா? கமிஷன் பஸ் மேல. Hello Luna, I will spin with your name. Oh no, please. Okay, we will spin with your name again after some days. Okay, so don't worry, be happy. Guys, this is lost and demo, guys.
Who
Sorry, the
permitted
demo,
you
guys.
to come onto
This
the
is
stage?
lost.
Now,
Or not.
All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you.
Don't look at me.
There
Don't
is
look
no
at me.
need to. Oh, do not jest. Can you not? I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost.
I have to find a way. Come on, guys. Should be the stream cut out. Go. Luna, you're so crazy, you know.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The gods shall resolve it soon.
No rest for the wicked.
Orders given. Orders received.
Oz, reveal thyself. I summon thee.
No rest for the wicked.
I summon thee.
No rest for the wicked.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
A moonlit night for all.
rest.
I summon thee!
No rest for the wicked.
Enemy guys, just 2 subscribing, 2 subscribers only. We have to move on, guys. 318 எவ்வளவு நேரமா இருக்கிறது. We have to move on. Just subscribe பண்ணுங்க. subscribe பண்ணுங்க. subscribe. ஓகே, இது டிக்கெட் கட்டு. வாங்க கைஸ், ஷோக்கு போலாம். Let's watch show. Luna, are you there? I need to tell you about one thing. If you're there, just say hi in the chat. It's Luna or the god. It's Archon or the god.
Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can
Mirror
me? What?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember.
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, but if there were scale.
I suppose this would... Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all
how will I do this?
A
முடியவே
human
மாட்டேங்குது guys.
assuming. Don't worry. What you must do is not to
Be
turn
hydrated
yourself
guys. தண்ணி
being a
குடிங்க.
human yourself.
Water, drink
I'm
water,
sure you
H2O.
already know what such an entity would be
One of
like.
the tasteless
Remember, your true
liquid in this
challenge will
world.
not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Guys, நான் லைட்டா ஒரு சேஞ்ச் கொடுக்க போறேன். Just doing a get for the back.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural.
Face. Loading the gateway. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Verena de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all as the god Focalor, the god of justice. I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the...
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Verena. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my
Look like good
obsession speech.
price. But I need subscribers. Please subscribe
My dear
if
people,
you want my channel.
whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation... No, this won't work.
Please,
They'll
we
suspect
will
me again. I must play the role that they want me to play.
we will see the trailer tomorrow, okay? We will see the trailer tomorrow. It's too late.
No, this won't work.
I have
They'll
to
suspect
sleep.
me again.
So
I must play the role that
we
they
are
want me.
ending
No,
our
this
stream
won't
with the
work.
story.
They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again.
So guys,
I must
subscribe.
play the
Only
role
2
that they want me
subscribers.
to play.
I want. Even the subscribers. Even the subscribers must make me update.
I must play the role that they want me
Subscribe
to
fast,
No,
guys.
this won't
Fast.
work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. The scales of justice may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fire. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
இப்போ சொல்லுவாங்க இது எல்லாமே படம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்கலாம் என் ஃபிலிம்ல வந்து ஒரு டைரக்டர் this all or only a movie because film is just a director.
Lady
Please
Farina, here are today's case reports as well as a
subscribe.
summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now.
I need.
Was I not? Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to...
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial.
அந்த டேபிள் போகுமா சோஃபா செட்
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right. Deuteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one...
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual...
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
நான் இந்த லாஸ்ட்டுக்கும் அந்த லாஸ்ட்டுக்கும் போட வைக்கிறாங்க. அடுத்து கட்டில் போட வைக்கிறாங்க.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of...
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far you... All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass.
Well, as...
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that...
Oh, is that so? Well, no...
I have just bored guys. Just bored of
the day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. All right, Farina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Farina, I've waited...
Indeed, my dear loyal citizen.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything... I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best...
Lady Farina, it's...
Take action, take action.
I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Deuteria, almost 20 generations ago.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful...
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina.
What is it, good
citizen?
Are you crying?
now. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters. Can
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your...
நான் ஃபியூர்ல வச்சு சுத்தி வச்சு செஞ்சானுங்க. சுத்தி அப்படியே நின்று செஞ்சானுங்க. ஃபியூர்னா
so lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a slip. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Farina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone.
This is great. I didn't know the
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would...
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm
a witness. And if Teyvat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
I'm just so sleepy. I'm just so sleepy, guys. Sleepy.
I could, but if things don't play... No, Farina, you shouldn't be But what if... Farina, you've worked so hard. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely, it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip, think about it. Long
தூக்கம் வருது யாருக்கெல்லாம் தூக்கம் வருது ஒரு thumbs up போடுங்க
No, I have nothing to say. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness...
Fine.
சீன் போட்டுக்கிட்டே இருக்கானுங்களே
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive... She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Udex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth.
Who is there?
In
Say
truth,
hi
it is
in
no
the chat.
enactor of
Thank you,
justice.
thank you for the
It
subscribe, bro.
is, in fact, a
At
device
least
created to
please
kill
subscribe to my
the
channel.
god
Thank
of
you.
justice.
There are lots of thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
You
bro.
have
Thank you,
it.
bro. Thank you, thank you,
And to
thank
be
you,
more
thank you, thank you,
precise,
thank you, bro.
not only will the Oratrice
319
take down the
subscribe.
god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
Lots of thank you, guys. Thank you.
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My
But I need
work over these last
subscribe
500
more.
years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium
But I thank
within
you.
the
Thank you.
Oratrice. But really,
Thank you for the
some have already discovered that
319
only a small
subscribe.
fraction of the
319.
energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been
Nabi
stored
just
within the
subscribed.
Oratrice.
Thank you, thank you.
But only
Thank you, Nabi.
power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the
320
Hydro-Archon's
subscribers.
divine
We reached it,
throne,
guys. Thank you,
shaking
thank
the
you. Lots of
rules
thanks, guys.
established by Celestia
Today's target
and
completed.
breaking through
Thank
the
you.
institution that is
Thank
the
you,
Seven.
Nabi.
So the Oratrice's call for
And
death was for
thank
neither
you,
Farina
the
nor
lost
Fussalor, but for the
319
Hydro-Archon.
subscribe. Thank you, thank you.
The destruction of
For
that
the
divine
those
throne.
2
If I do not
persons.
misunderstand your
Thank you,
intent,
thank you. Lots of
you must
thanks.
be.
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro-Archon to the Hydro-Dragon of this planet.
But
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro-Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the support.
Hydro-Dragon, Hydro-Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontanians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Nervilette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalors. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervilette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
What the hell, guys? Bro, they are just giving twist and twist. What the heck? Thank you for all which I have done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human, just as I wish you would.
I, Iudex Nervilette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Guys, it's so amazing. Nice.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient
Guys,
to
I
deal
think
with it.
now
Through
I
certain
need to
means,
fight the
I now have the ability to
whale.
separate the power of the primordial sea
That
from
blue
that
whale.
creature. We should
Blue
seize the
colored
opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer the root of the calamities befalling
me?
Fontaine, the beast
Yeah,
that enacts the
it's
prophecy.
me.
Its name is the All-Div. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Guys, now we fight with the hand out. Now that blue decks. Now that, yeah, I said it. Scientist there, guys.
But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the whale. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Yes, we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together.
Where's the whale?
It can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Spyro team is team மாத்தவே முடியாது. Okay.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
That.
I have granted you my victory. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its roots from within.
Skirt தான அது.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. Should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think... Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point.
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
Someone this.
I have to agree. That kind of power is wasted on it.
Okay.
It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhindaughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhindaughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also... But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhindaughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait! Didn't you also mention a visionary person?
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal, such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly...
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
So it's full of rain and Fontaine is inside the ocean.
Hey! Help! Over here!
Navia is super big.
All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
The water's receding!
Ui, தண்ணி கம்மியாயிடுச்சு.
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
செம்மையா இருக்குல்ல இந்த சீனு. ஆஹா, தப்பான நேரத்துல ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் அடிச்சிட்டேன் guys.
The soil renewed. The Svina di Rasula tax post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Svina di Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow!
Arlecchino.
Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really...
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a
Paimon's curious too! Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the...
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on! Let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
இன்னும் இருக்கு. Guys, I will be there in 2 minutes. The story, but story will be going on.
Navia! Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too!
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll
keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clorinde?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Clorinde, at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clorinde.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Marabu.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Neuvillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridsley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head...
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her
Sir, please don't say that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jury...
No, I just...
I will skip the story.
This is my.
Now,
It's
I
too
might
late.
not look it, but I actually did meet the boat that brought about a miracle. Still, if I might add. Looks like.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the.
Really? Well, then.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd.
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos.
Is my hair messed up?
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this?
Ah, Sijui.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty sure. Come on, Miss Sijui. Huh?
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the front?
Same old, as you can see.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to.
You're too kind, sir.
Oh. I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad.
Oh, actually, what about you? I think.
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then. All right. Last stop, the docks.
Seagulls in mirror.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
It's not good, bro. It's not good. Wi-Fi is not good, well, guys. மறுபடியும் முதல்ல இருந்து guys, இந்த தடவை ஓடிக்கலாம்.
Navia mentioned that she stayed.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget?
It's a wondrous
Trick a friend.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine social.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, Traveler? Father says that... Oh, after Lady for...
A diplomatic...
Yes, it could have been done as furthermore. I would agree. I suspect you'll have...
But back to the...
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Arlecchino.
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to...
Are you going to...
That is our duty as harbingers. Yes, don't be too preoccupied with switching my masks. Is something... Well, that depends on many things. No one... As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magician.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled...
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, You take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this must be all right then. We'll be handing out.
Well, guess we said Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see what Nimble's doing? I'd probably not so busy that we could have time to chat anyway.
Really? Oh, I suppose you... In any case, you came at a good time.
Aw, Pirates! Alright, let's have it.
It is strange.
So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the Divine, but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete, but so long as those primordial... In other words, when I gave...
Focalor must have counted on you to make that... Yeah! And then
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
hang on a sec. Paimon still got a... When we spoke to Linny earlier, we guessed that there might be some reason for it that...
No wonder the House of the Heart. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside...
What next?
I can finally... It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons. But with something very similar to a god. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called...
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity. Regardless, you should probably... To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies,
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are...
This third descender you referred...
Master never mentioned them. If you're interested, though, I could ask...
Next time, you will...
I do.
That's what she told me.
The remains of... So that's what the...
All the same,
And she said that...
if she speaks the truth... I guess that you might already be... That means that the nose... I wonder.
Like, No, let's not think of comparing the Traveler to the dead. That's what you say, but this time...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when...
Alright.
Yes. All the foot.
But she's...
I suppose that would be the mystery. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were, life flows like water. And what ultimately?
Guys, video முடிஞ்சு guys. Oh. Yeah. Freedom scenario. மறுபடியும் scenario கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Guys, payment அப்படியே live முடிக்கலாம். Faster.
Add as. Thank you for
Waiting for chapter 6 இருக்கு. Chapter 4 act 6 இருக்கு. Okay, guys. So you finished. Last round the 2 subscriber இருக்கு. God. Okay. Please, last one. Yes. Settle. We don't do nothing very. கடைசி இதுலையும் சேர்த்து வச்சுருந்து எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். மேபி இந்த ஸ்பின் பண்ணிப்பான். இந்த ஸ்பின் okay guys, last question. ரெண்டுத்துலையும் லாஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இந்த ஃப்ரூட் R2 போட்டுடலாம் இந்த ஃப்ரூட்டில். Okay guys, பார்ப்போமா? It is Pabong, good night. Bye guys. Good night guys.
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Oh, broken dreamer, is your mind? All the scars, let's leave them behind. We'll light the world up now, let us fire in your eyes. To the darkness, into the night. Oh, broken dreamer.